Previous sessions, okay, we have gone through what you be in mind, the getting the project back to the target, what are the different types of placing a contract, what are the different stages in a placing a contract, fine. So what are all the things you need to take care of, then what are all the terms and terminologies or things you need to mention in placing a contract or in a contract agreement, fine. So that all we have gone through in case of your contract placement. Then it comes the next chapter in the same unit, okay, so that is nothing but managing a people in software environment. What is that? The managing a people in software environment is not an easy task, fine, because there are several situations will be there, and there are several scenarios will be there, there are several kind of people you will be facing, there are several type of steps you need to perform, fine. Everything is not unique in case of a company, okay. Let you take an example of any MNCs, that is multinational companies, or you can say it as any software companies, or in any organization. So let it can be, there are lot many employees are involved in that, so it can be a manufacturing of a car or something, fine, and it can be in any kind of a factory where the several people are working. The different stages of a people, the expectation of those people will be different, okay. So the expectation of those people will be different. So controlling a huge crowd or controlling a large number of employees with a different perspective, with a different knowledge level, with a different expectation, and with a different situation will be a very tedious job for a manager or to the management of that organization to handle, okay. So there are some people there who are in need of money, or they are expecting the salary more. There are some people they actually wanted to work for the research purpose, fine. So there are some people those who wanted to give some contribution to the society or something. So that is how there are different what you can say, the type of people involved in the organization. So you cannot degrade that based on their expectation or something. So you have to consider the opinion of all the kind of people, those who are working in that particular environment. Then you have to come up with a unique solution which will be suitable for all the people, fine. So managing the people in a software environment or in any organization is not an easy task, okay. It is a tough job, it is a tedious job to handle, okay. So this is how the background, or this is what is the main motto of your this particular unit, that is managing a people in software environment. The main concerns of this topic are, first one is staff selection, then staff development, then staff motivation, then continued well-being of the staff during the course of the project. Okay, what is that? First one is staff selection. So this overall is the responsibility comes, okay, at least the major part of the responsibility will be there on the management of the organization, okay. So it comes under that particular part. So here staff selection, so here in the company we do have a different segments at the management level or at the project level. So they are divided into the different type of what you can say, the project managers. The management of the organization, based on the different projects, they are going to assign a different project managers, okay. So suppose for example project 1, so if it is an tender of an highway, there will be a different project manager for that. If the employee or the what you can say, the same company is handling the other project which comes with the some manufacturing part of the car, what you can say, then it can be a development of an engine, then it can be a development of a small parts of that car or something, the window doors, the sheets, so whatever it can be. So for each and every this thing, the different type of projects, the management will going to allocate one particular project manager, okay. Then it is the responsibility of the project manager to handle the people under him, and how he has to collect and how he has to create that good environment in that particular team, and he has to get work done by those peoples, and everything needs to be maintained, okay. This is at the one level, what you can say, the hierarchy which comes under the organization. So then after that, that project manager, under him the different several team leaders will be there. Okay, so for example, one is a software project where they will be working for. So for the requirement analysis, under the same project there might be a one team leader, fine, and for the development team there might be a one team leader, and again the people are getting divided into the different type of teams. So the requirement analysis team will be having the people, those who are very good at collecting the requirements and analyzing the requirements, and they are going to what you can say, they collect the information and the feedback from the market or the several type of people, and which software is expecting, everything they are going to analyze. Those who are very good at that particular thing, that can be categorized in your requirement analysis team. So one level up to them, one team leader will be there for that requirement analysis. Then it comes for the what you can say, the development team. So development team, again there will be one team leader for the same project, and he will be having some people under him, those who are working with that particular development team. So whatever status or whatever the mindset of those people will be found similar, they kept it in one development team, those who are very good in the developing. So after requirement analysis, then it will come for the development, or before that we may find the design part also. Or before development you may find a design part also. For that design you will be having a different type of what you can say, the designers, or in the company level or organization you will be find a different architects, those who what you can say, develop that particular module, and how the module is going to communicate with each other, how it will be working. So that they are going to analyze. So that is nothing but your what you can say, the design part is over. Then it comes with the development team, then it comes with the testing part of that. Again for the testing there might be an different type of what you can say, the team leader will be there, and under him we do have several people are working. So this is how the hierarchy of the allocation of a work is being done. Okay, so first it will be the project manager, then after the project, under the same project we will be having several team leaders assigned with some work, fine, and under that team leader we do have a different people working with the similar knowledge or the similar type of interest, you can say it as. So based on that the people will be allocated in a team with the different projects. So here we do find the what you can say, the analysis and the strategy which you've been kept by the requirement analysis will be different, people will be different, and the development team, the what you can say, their thinking and their what you can say, the interest may be the different, and the testing team, they are more into the testing, so they are maybe they will be having more interest in the testing of that particular, they will be more knowledgeable in that particular testing phase. Then it comes with the delivering. So there are different types of people involved in the same project. So the each and every what you can say, the team like the requirement analysis and the what you can say, the development and the testing, those people need to communicate with each other, because every phase and every segment depends on the previous one. The requirement analysis give inputs to your design part, then design part will give inputs to your development team, then development team will give inputs to your what you can say, the testing, then after testing it will go for the delivering of that project to the market. This all goes. So there must be a good environment, good healthy environment should be present in between those employees, so that they need to coordinate with each other. If there are some you find some what you can say, the different minds in that, okay, so you need to should not take any what you can say, the immediate action on them. So you should try to what you can say, finalize the things between them, and the environment is to be, that healthy environment is to be maintained by the team leader or the project manager. So that is how the works things are going to work in an organization. So with the different type of people and with the different type of what you can say, the mindset, you need to what you can say, collectively you need to go and work with those aspects. So that is the challenging task for an team leader, or you can say it as a project manager, because we do have a different type of mindsets they involved in that, and they need to communicate with each other, they need to coordinate with each other, everything is to be managed. Okay, so there are some people, those who did research on this. There are many marketing strategies which come to develop a good environment and the healthy, what you can say, the atmosphere, you can say it as, in the company, so that your employee will be happy and overall you are going to get a good result out of it. So that is what is the motto. Your employees are also happy, and as well as you are getting the work done from them. So that needs to be balanced by your team leader and the project manager, and that work needs to be carried out. So this is how, what are the nags and what are the, what you can say, the talent required for that particular this thing. Some suggestions we will be given in that context. So that is nothing but managing the people in software environment. The first one is the staff selection. In the staff selection, so you need to be very careful. We will go through this, how it will be involved and what are the different steps involved in that selection of the staff, then motivating the staff, then how you can say the development or staff development, then the motivation to given to that particular staff, then how you need to continue that, because at the very earlier stage and very first part of your project they will be very happy, but after the things, what you can say, the work is going on or something, so when it something went wrong, the situation will be different at the different perspective. So maintaining the same well-behaving, or what you can say, the well-being in the staff during the course of the project or during the completion of that project needs to be maintained. So these are all the main basic mottos and basic objectives, you can say it as, for that particular topic. That is staff selection, staff development, then staff motivation, then continued well-being of the staff during the course of project. So here the thing is understanding the behavior of organization. Okay, understanding. So first one will be the understanding the behavior of what you can say, the organization. There are different type of organizations. Based on that, there are different type of peoples involved in it. So what is the strategy? What you can say, what is the behavior of the organization? Then you need to analyze first. Okay, so what is the motto and what is the objective of that company, what they are very well versed with, and which are all the products they are developing, whether it is a manufacturing company, whether it is, what you can say, the business related aspects, the strategical, what you can say, the suggestions given by that particular company, or it can be any kind of, what you can say, the resources sharing. So like some people, they are working on a tender basis. So based on that you need to understand, and some people like NASA and ISRO and all, they are working for the research purposes. Okay, what are all the things required and how they are planning, how they are working out, what are the different scenarios will be there. So everything need to be analyzed. So first you need to understand the behavior of an organization. So for what purpose you are doing this particular aspect, and for what are the work need to be carried out by that organization. So that is needs to be understand by the organization. Okay, so organization behavior, Taylor is an researcher who attempted and analyzed the most productive way of doing the task. So Taylor is one of the researcher or the scientist who has given this particular, did the survey on this particular aspect, and he has come up with some of the solutions. See here, the Taylor is the one person, he has put forth his, what you can say, the perspectives. Okay, he has his own view, he has given some suggestions. There are different versions of or the different people, those who think in a different way, and they are giving their own perspective regarding the same. So that is how the things will be working on this. So Taylor is did this survey, and he has given this particular suggestions, or what you can say, the objectives, that basic objectives. Fine. So first one is to select the right person for the job. Okay, selecting the right person for the job. The next one is to instruct them in our best methods. Fine. Then third one is to give incentives in the form of higher wages to the best workers. Okay, so you can observe here, so mainly he has concentrated on three things in his suggestion or in his survey. He has mentioned the first part is to select a right person for the job, okay, and to instruct them in a best methods, and the third one is to give incentives in the form of higher wages to the best workers. So by analyzing the things, we can assume that he is mainly concentrating on, so how he is working, so that should be like in the similar format he has to get the money or the salary, you can say it as. Okay, so he is not so good, he is not working, he is not properly doing the work or something, he should get the less salary. If he is properly working, he is doing on extra time, or he is performing well also, so in that case the incentives will be given to that person. And the first and foremost thing is they select the right person for the job. That is what, first you need to identify what is the hidden talent in that particular employee, and at what place he is good at. Okay, some people, they are very good at the testing part, and if you put him in the designing part or in the development team, means he won't work as you have expected. Okay, so some people, they do have their own knowledge and they do have their own interest. Based on that, he has to the team leader has to identify the talent, and he has to assign the work to that particular this thing. So there are different perspectives in that case we will discuss. So first one is to select a right person for the job. Then it comes to instruct them in the best method. A best training is to be given to those particular employees. See, there are different scenarios. The people are not in the same format. Okay, in every organization, some people are fresher, some people are experienced, some people are very good at getting the marks or something, but they don't have the knowledge, fine. And some people, they don't have the degree, fine, but even though they are very knowledgeable in that context. So there are different methods how it is better when a person comes to that particular organization in which project he has been assigned, a good training needs to be given to him. Even though he is knowledgeable, so there needs to be, what you can say, some instructions will be given, some mannerism will be given. So what he is, the company or the team leader is expecting from him, in what help is required for him, that needs to be analyzed. So that is to instruct them in a best methods. Then give incentives in the form of higher wages to the best workers. Okay, some people, they are working very hard, fine, and they are putting the performance is also good, and they are very hard worker, they are utilizing their knowledge in that, and they are even enthusiastic in that. There are different, what you can say, the analyze things will be there which will help you to analyze the what you can say, the employee behavior or something. Based on that, the incentives will be given. So incentives will be in the different format again. So we will discuss that. May be in the form of, what you can say, the money, that may be in the form of any kind of, what you can say, any increment in his job, that can be any kind of, what you can say, the basic necessities will be fulfilled by the company. There are different tasks or the different methods to fulfill those incentives, fine. So that is nothing but your what you can say, to give the incentives in the form of higher wages to the best workers. So the Taylor's view is basically on performance related pay. So how the employee is going to perform, based on that he is going to get a pay. That is what is the meaning. So then there are another what you can say, the organization behavior researchers discovered, saying that while what you can say, the carrying out a now famous test on conditions under which the staff worked best. Okay, it is not the only way to get the good work from the employees. Okay, the Taylor mainly suggests that, okay, how he is going to work, and based on the performance the related payment will be made. And there are different researchers who did the research on the same way, in the same way, and they come up with, it is not the only way, that is also in one way, but that is not the only way, but they have come up with some of the, what you can say, the different this thing, the conditions of were improved to increase the work rates, fine, work rates, but also control a group of whom conditions were unchanged. So it is not that is what it is not the only way to control or to get a good work from the employees. It is also based on the state of mind of workers influenced in their productivity. That is also there. So the state of mind, the good environment also comes, what you can say, good the what you can say, the colleagues or something. So good environment, all the facilities will be provided. So that is how the workers are getting what you can say, the promoted, and they think in that context. That is also there. So this is what the three basic things we will discuss in the next part also. The first one which has been suggested by the Taylor was to select the right person for the job. and to instruct them in a best methods, give them the best training, then give the incentives in the form of higher wages to the best workers. So based on this, the growth of both structured and agile methods is an example of an emphasis on the practice. So here the structured and agile methods, what are these agile methods or something? So here the rapid development. Agile means what? The rapid development. So they don't go for the documentation purpose of that product, they don't go for the requirement, and so everything in that sense that that product is ready. If they wanted to implement some patch, if they wanted to update that particular product in some context, so they will just have the free mindset will be there, and they are what the environment will be there. So in that the people will be working and they are going to develop that software very rapidly. That is what the agile methods indicates. So in that case, this is an what you can say the employee example for this Taylor's suggestions given by that. So Taylor mainly gives the importance to same thing, the performance related pay, how he is going to perform, based on that he is going to get the salary. In every situation this statement won't work. Fine. Okay, then it comes, the first point is to select the best people for the job. Okay, so the Taylor stressed the need for the right job, okay, right person for that job. The many factors such as use of software, tools and methodologies and affect the programming productivity also. Okay, so selecting the best person for the job means he has to understand the objectives, he has to understand the feasibility study, and he has to understand the what you can say in other sense the resources are available, and out of which is the very best what you can say the method, best tool to come up with the output for that particular problem or the solution. So that is what is the main important. So the objective means he has to be very well versed with the situation. So he should not without having any knowledge or something, he should not give any conclusion or decision, or he has to use that adopt that method or something, he has to adopt that particular tool which is required for that. So it is not like that. The thing is he need to analyze the things, he has to completely go through the requirement, then analyze, then feasibility study, then out of resources which is come up with the the optimal solution, you can say, which is the best out of it, he has to come up with the optimal solution for that particular problem. So selecting a right person for that particular job is a very important role as a part of your team leader, or it can be a project manager, you can say it as. So in case of your selecting the right person in the job, we will come across, fine, we will come across Taylor stressed the need of a right person for the job. Many factors such as use of software tools and technologies affect a programming productivity. Okay, that is what so the thing is whenever you need to analyze the situation very clearly. Okay. So here the best example is the Nokia mobile phones. Fine. Before this Android version, or in the older days where we are using the smaller basic models of your mobile phones, which will be make you enable to just pick up the call and just to send the messages and to make the call or something. We don't have the internet on this 3G, 4G. We are just using the basic model of your mobile. So when then a new era come of your the smartphone or Android phone, so where the Android is the operating system which has come in the market and which is being developed by Google, and it is free of cost. Okay, it is free of cost. The software is free of cost. So in that case, the many what you can say the different mobile companies, they adopt this Android as an operating system for their mobile phones, and which has become again a maximum popularity and comes in a very huge with a huge speed in the market, you can say it as. In that case, either side, the Nokia phone is not going to adopt that is not went for that particular Android operating system. Instead of that, it has gone for the Windows. You might have gone through the Windows what you can say the operating system used in your smartphones of Nokia or something. So it has been degraded in the market, and it is not so much what you can say the popular as compared to your Android, and the complete Nokia phone went in the faced the very difficult days in the development of the smartphones or something. So now again, after so many years, and the decisions were taken, and then it has come up with now in the market with the Android operating system for that Nokia mobile phone. So this is one example where decision may went wrong, okay, where decision may be wrongly taken by that particular person, so that the company will company will be in a loss. And even you can go for the market strategies, the shares you are going to put, everything the company will be in a huge loss. So selecting the right person means it involves, so which he has to understand the scenario, he has to understand the situation very clearly, and he has to come up with the very best solution out of it. So that is what, so he has to learn the marketing strategies, he has to get the what you can say the customer feedback, he has to get the stakeholders feedback, then is it possible for us to adopt that, or how it will be what you can say, you know, the output of that, and what is the profit part of that particular product. So he should be having a clear cut what you can say the understanding of how these situations will be working on that. So that is what selecting a right person to take the decision in that particular scenario is very important task. So for that I have given this a simple example of Nokia. Then it is based on what sort of character they are looking for. Is an experienced programmer better than a new graduate with a good degree? So there are different situations comes here, fine. So first one is if we do have a person who is the what type of character you are looking for that particular job. So first is an experienced programmer, fine. The experienced programmer is having a lot many years of experience, almost 10 to 15 years of experience. He is well versed with the situation, okay. And he is having that criteria with him to satisfy that particular job or something, fine. And there are some things which comes with the needs to be compared with a new fresh graduate. See, even though by having a good what you can say the experience and knowledge or something, there are some people they are not loyal to their work. They just wanted to get the profit from the company, they just don't want to do the hard work, fine. So in that case, so there will be a situation where the other person who is very what you can say good at that particular work, so you need to select the preference either to go for whenever there should be a good decision needs to be taken, so then it will be, and what you can say the experienced person should be involved in that team. So whenever there should be a hard worker on the good learner or something what you can say the things need to be worked out in such format, you can go for the graduate or something. Even though in some scenarios he may be having a good marks in his marks card, but he should not he will be not in a position to analyze these things. It is not of any use for that organization. Even though his marks are very good, fine, and he what you can say he don't have that knowledge, then it is not use of anything. So in that company, so that is the thing is who is the best person for the which job that needs to be analyzed, either the experienced or the new graduate with the good marks, fine. Then it comes and the thing is and based only on the marks, fine, based only on the marks, it is also dangerous to generalize looking at a behavior and characteristics, fine. Some researcher has found that the most important influence on a programmer productivity seem to be the experienced, okay, and in some factor and the some other person those who have given the different survey results, okay, fine. So this is one type of a category which is suitable for, if it is the based on the situation you have to select whether the experienced people has to be involved in that, and in some part you need to decide and compare it with the fresh graduates. Okay, who is the better, that you need to select for that particular what you can say, the work. Okay, the some people and the some students, those who are fresh graduate, they are very good at the what you can say, the knowledge. They are very good and they are very knowledgeable, fine, and even though they do have a good marks in their marks card, so then it will be based on that management how they are going to decide, fine. Then there is another type of people will come up with the different, what you can say, the research analyzed by the American researcher Koger and Zawacki found information system, that is IS, seemed to be professionals seemed to be have a much weaker in social needs than a people than other professionals. What is that? Okay, even some other, what you can say, the researcher given his views. If asked for the IS, that is informational system professionals, fine, the most of the programmers probably say that they prefer to work alone, where they wouldn't be disturbed by the other people. There are some different type of, what you can say, the people, those who are working in the organization. Okay, see, so it's an one survey which says that the what you can say, the information system professionals and the people, those are working for this information systems, what they will prefer, they prefer to be alone. They want their own setup, they want their own, what you can say, the equipments, they want their own space to think and work. So they are not, they are far away from this social needs. And there are some people like a management, what you can say, the the person who is doing the publicity for that, who is doing, what you can say, analyzing the market or something, he needs to be touch in with the market. So he cannot say that I'm weaker at this social needs or something. He needs to communicate, he needs to take the responsibility, he needs to take what you can, the suggestions and feedback, and he has to act accordingly. Everything, the situations will be different in that case. And in some programmers or in some researchers case, what will happen, they don't want to get disturbed by the other people, they don't want to mingle, they want you, what they are preferring is, you just give me a space, give me my equipments and give me my, what you can say, the system, just I will work and work it out and give you the output for that. So these are some different type of scenario will be there in the case of people selecting. So whether it is an experienced or the, what you can say, the new fresh graduate, or it can be, what you can say, the people, those who wanted social, what you can say, they don't want to, they are weaker in the social needs, and some people, they should be very, what you can say, the immense and very well versed with the marketing or projecting the things. So that is what is the another category of the people. And and some surveys says that, so however have not found significant differences between the IS, that is information system, and other stuff. An explanation of the this could be that IS, that is information system, has become broader and less purely technical in recent years. So many people are doing in the many stuff, they are going, taking some training, and they are coming up with some out as a new professional or something. So now some surveys saying that there is no much difference between the IS professionals and other professionals also. So this is how there are different categories, different surveys made based on the research. Fine. So based on that, which person is right for what kind of job need to be analyzed by that particular person. Then it comes recruitment process. Fine. The recruitment process is often what you can say, an organization responsibility that has to be taken care by your organization only. Then we do have a different, what you can say, the distinguishes between eligible and suitable candidates we need to think of. Fine, we will discuss. See here, they have mentioned an approach to recruitment process which usually carried out in a company. One is create a job specification, create a job holder profile. Fine, we will discuss. Then third one, obtain applicants. Fine, then examine the CVs, curriculum vitae, then interviews and other procedures for the recruitment process. Okay, first one, there are different things involved again in the same recruitment process. So first thing is distinguish between the eligible and suitable candidates. there is a lot of difference in eligible candidate and suitable candidate. Fine. The eligible candidates have a curriculum vitae with them, that is CV, which may shows, for example, the right number of years in some previous post, fine, and the right number of what you can say the paper qualifications or something. He has a good certificates, fine. That is what the eligible candidate indicates. But in some scenarios, suitable candidates can actually do the job well. Even though they are not having that much experience, they are not having the good marks in their marks card, but they are very good at doing the work, they are very loyal, fine, and they are very enthusiastic, they are very humble to learn the things or something, but they don't have the, what you can say, the marks in their marks card or something, and they don't have the experience. In that case, there are several obstacles comes in the way of the team leader, which person needs to be selected. The eligible means, okay, he is eligible for that, but he is not loyal. But on the other side, the people are very loyal, but they don't have marks in their marks card. So that is what is the scenario need to be decided. A mistake is to select an eligible candidate who is not in fact suitable. Fine. On the other hand, the suitable candidates who are not officially eligible can, on the other hand, be an ideal candidates. Once a post, they are more likely to remain loyal. So this is how, and the researcher Belgin suggests that we should not try to assess the actual skills. Okay, he suggests should try for the access the actual skills rather than the past experience, and providing the training to make the mirror gaps in the expertise. So what the Belbin suggests that you don't go for the marks card, you just go for the knowledge. What knowledge you will be having, based on that you analyze the things, and just don't go for the experience, fine, and you based on the knowledge you assign the work to that. So it seems us to show that the policies that avoid a discrimination on the grounds of race, it can be gender, it can be age, or it can be any relevant disabilities that can be just or socially responsible but not skewed what you can say the recruitment policy. Fine. So what he suggests is mainly we are humble of their knowledge. So work needs to be done properly. That is what the company or the team leader is expecting from that particular employee. So this is how we should make a distinguish, or we should make what you can say the difference, which is suitable and which is eligible candidate for that particular job. So based on that, recruitment process will be done. So then it comes the general approach. First one is create a job specification. Second one is obtain what you can say the create job holder profile, obtain applicants, examine the CVs, interviews will be taken for those particular people, then other procedures. So this is how the recruitment process will be held in case of your organization for the requirement or the recruitment processes. Okay, the first one is create a job specification. What is that? Advice is often needed as there could be a legal implications in an official document. Fine. There should be a specification for that particular job. For example, formally or informally, in either way, the requirements of the job needs to be mentioned, then including the types of tasks need to be carried out should be mentioned, and it is to be documented and agreed from both the parties. So job specification, so what type of requirements and what type of the tasks need to be included, what type of people to be included, based on that, so you have to have a specification for that particular job. That is what is the first step. That is what is the first step. Okay, so you are requiring the people for the different post. Okay, the what you can say, the job specification for the manager post will be different, for the peon post will be different, and for the regular employee like a development team will be it will be different, for a tester will be different. There are different type of criteria which you need to analyze, then you are going to best select the best people out of it. So that is how some job specification based on that post will be analyzed. So you should be very firm in giving the job specification. Okay, then after that job specification mentioned clearly, the second step is create a job holder profile. So for that particular job, for that particular work, what kind of people you are expecting, what kind of a behavior or what kind of a knowledge, and what kind of what you can say, the knowledge person you are required for that particular job. So that is nothing but your second step, create a job job holder profile. So here the job specification is used to construct a profile of the person needed to be carried out for that job. See, for example, you can say it as the qualities what you are looking for, the qualifications what you are looking for, then education you are looking for, then lastly it can be an experience you would be listed. Okay, these are all the different type of category what you are looking for that. See, suppose for example, to be a manager, for example, he has to have minimum 10 years of experience in that particular field. But if he is just a fresher and he has completed 1 year of having a 1 year of experience in that field, so he cannot eligible to apply for that particular post of a manager. So in that case, job holder profile means they do have a criteria, they have made a criteria. If that candidate is going to satisfy the criteria, then only that job will be assigned to him, or he will be selected for that particular job. That is what is your job holder profile. So then it comes obtain the applicants. Fine. So here typically an advertisement would be placed either within the organization or outside the trade in a local press or something. So this is how the obtain the applicants means, so you are going to give the advertisement for that particular post or that particular job in an common this thing. So there are different several aspects. So one, it can be in the same organization also, and another thing is so usually they will send a mail to the different teams and the different projects those people are interested in, and those who are very knowledgeable in that aspect, the company will send the mail within the organization only. Okay, and then it will be notified to its own employees. Say for example, the departmental test or the departmental interviews will be there for the increment of their post. For example, in the postal department, we do have a departmental exam to give the increment to that particular person. So it will be not open for the outer person. Okay, it is the departmental test or the departmental exam is for the department person only. Okay, then there we will confirm it for the regular this thing. It is not another way is we are not going to restrict it for the department or the organization. It will be advertisement will be given in a public, so those who are eligible candidate from out of the department or the organization also, they can apply for that particular job. This is the one way to give the do the advertisement for that particular job or post. The job holder profile would be examined very, what you can say, the carefully, and it will be identify the medium in the trade or medium in the most likely to reach the largest number of potential applicants at the low cost or the least cost. So this is how the applicants will be obtained from the different scenarios. The other principle is to give a needed would be the sense of advertisement in the relevant specialist journal, or which is required the people or the targeted audience for that the advertisement will be given and giving a, what you can say, they will be mentioning the salary based on that, the location and the job scope and the essential qualifications, and applicants will be limited to more realistic candidates. And some other what you can say, the third part obtaining the applicants is the by giving a salary. So he is eligible, but he is expecting more salary from that, which company is not ready to give in that case. So that is nothing but your salary criteria. then it can be the location. So they want you to move to some other remote place where they are in a requirement of that particular post, but you are not willing, or the candidate is not ready to go to that particular place. So based on that, so in that format, so salary is criteria, location criteria, then it can be what you can say the job profile, then any essential qualifications, everything they need to be analyzed for the obtain the applicants. Then third comes examine the CVs. Fine. So the curriculum vitae, this should be read carefully and compared to the job holder profiles. Okay, what are you are looking for, on what are your requirements, and what is his qualification, whether it is qualifying for that particular job or not. The examiner has to examine that particular curriculum vitae in a very careful manner. So that is what is been done in your fourth phase, that is examine the CVs. Then the another way is nothing but your interviews. For the selection purpose, in the what you can say the selection techniques includes the different aptitude test, personal test, examination, samples of the previous work or something, and any method must be test specific qualities detailed in that particular job holder profile. So this interview means you can do it in a different aspects or in the different formats based on that particular post. Usually in the MNCs, what they will do, so they are concentrating on what you can say sorry. So in the interviews, so for the many software companies, they do have a different segments while taking the what you can say the interviews. First will be the aptitude test, and after that there will be an what you can say the group discussion. So how he is going to mingle and how he is going to raise his question, how he is going to handle the situation. There they will analyze the things. Then it will be an technical skill. So where some test will be given to that particular person or the applicant, they are going to examine the technicality of that particular aspirant. Fine. Then it will be a personal interview. They will be taking questions based on his personal details or something. Okay, so there are different segments. It will be a group discussion, it will be a technical, it will be an aptitude, it will be an what you can say the personal interview. There are different type of formats where the interviewer can take an interview for that particular candidate, then he can decide who is feasible and who is good at what. Fine. This can be analyzed. The interview might be in the technical nature, that is what, in the practical expertise. Fine. So see, suppose if it is belongs to some other market strategies or market related aspects, then it will go with the how much experience he will be having in that particular market or in that particular area, that can be analyzed. So how many years he is working in that particular project or the product, how much experience he will be having, that can be analyzed. Okay, based on that the interview process will be taken for that candidate. Then other procedure, here the reference come into the picture. The references will need to be taken up where necessary, and what you can say the medical examination might be needed. In some cases in the organization or in some case of your factories or something, there will be an what you can say the medical test will be taken, medical examination will be taken, whether he is suitable, fit and fine for that what you can say the job or not. So everything will be examined, and the person who is as an employee of that particular company, who can refer some person who might be his friend or relative or something who is good at that particular aspect, he may give a reference for that. This comes under the different other procedures. So this is how the recruitment process in the organization will be taken care based on the work done, based on, yes, based on the work done, based on the experience gain, based on the qualification, and the everything criteria will be analyzed in the recruitment process. Thank you.